welcome to another RSR. Tonight we're reviewing Tigres UANL 1, CF Cruz Azul 1, 2025 CONCACAF Champions Cup semifinal leg 1. Cruz Azul has the away goal lead coming out of the first leg, but they do have the home game next week, but they definitely could have done better. Definitely don't like the way they played this game. They definitely tried to just play it out. Not a bad result. I think they got what they wanted, sort of. But is it the best? No. Tigres UANL 1, CF Cruz Azul 1, la Concachampions de la CONCACAF. Semifinales, partido ida. Cruz Azul. Empate Tigres. Gols de visitar para Cruz Azul. But in the end, again, I think they sort of got what they wanted. Not the best way to end it, but they kind of got what they wanted. Halftime, 0-0. 0-0, medio tiempo. First half, I thought Cruz Azul was playing like punks. I did. They were playing more like they were the home team in the first leg. I don't know if they realized they were playing at El Volcan because they were playing more like the home team. Tigres should have been the ones playing for a 1-0, 0-0 draw, try to take the away goals the next week. Or that's kind of like how some teams have played it recently. And Cruz Azul played this like they were the home team and they'd be away next week. They kind of did it ass backwards. And they had moments going forward, and Tigres had a couple of moments going forward. But really, it was a back-and-forth game where there were no shots on goal. And it just didn't get, the final ball didn't get there. But even then, you look at the way that Cruz Azul played, and I expected much better. I know they were on the road, but again, you get an away goal, you knock out the possibility of Tigres having the possibility of stealing the away goal tiebreaker in the second leg by just potting one. But of course, Tigres were solid defensively. They had their moments, but throughout the game, and they scored, but I still feel like Cruz Azul had more to give. And I think in the end, I'd slightly say they were the better team. I think they got what they wanted. Question is, does it go their way next week? They have the away goal. That's the good news, which second half, 68th minute, Carlos Rotondi scores 0-1. 0-1. Rotondi, ball falls to him off a defender. Tigres didn't even notice that happen. He has the ball, takes a shot, past Nahuel. Was it greasy? No. Was it a beautiful goal? No. It was down the middle, but they don't ask how. They ask how many. He scores off of a horrible defensive, not reading the play, pretty much. Pretty much. Didn't even read the play at all. And didn't even notice it was going to him. Rotondi scores. Curls it past Nahuel. 0-1, 0-1. Cruz Azul have their away goal. Cruz Azul, gol de visitar. But in the 84th minute, Brunetta just chips it over the top for Juan Jose Peralta, scores the header because that's what he's good at. If anything, Juan Jose Peralta is good at scoring headers. That's always been him. Target him on a free kick. I'm not saying it's going to go in, but he always finds a way. Very likely finds a way. Let's put it like that. And he does. Absolutely onside. Beautiful header. Beautiful play-in by Brunetta. Honestly, you honestly got to thank him. Like, Peralta did his job. What you know he can do. Brunetta was like, okay, I know where I'm going. Ping. Because that's what you should do. 1-1. 1-1. Full time. 1-1. 1-1 esta noche. Y global. Goals de visitar para Cruz Azul. Away goals to Cruz Azul after the first leg. That's the good news. The bad news is they allowed a goal. So, if it's 1-1 next week, we go to extra time. Which, again, not a bad way to go, but you kind of want to get this over with. The good thing is this is the one game they have to worry about over the next week. Their Liguilla game is the Wednesday after the second leg. And they may not play another game for a month, depending on what happens after that tie, which I think they will. But Tigres in the playoffs as well, but I think they have the play-in. But I know Cruz Azul has their tie. We know where they're going. So, Tigres, we'll see. They have more to put. I think they have more to worry about, which that's the good news as well. And you also have the game at home next week. So, you get it done. It's all for you to get. There's all to decide next week. That's the good news for us and Tigres. The bad news, I guess, is the fact they've got more to worry about. And it's at Cruz Azul, and they have the away goal. So, you do that what you will. Full-time stats, 7 shots to 10, 1 shot on goal to 2, 48% possession to 52% possession, 361 pass to 397, 78% pass accuracy to 78% pass accuracy, 9 fouls to 20, 4 offside to 2, 1 yellow card to 2, 0 red card to 0, 4 corners to 6. The one thing I disagree with, again, is Cruz Azul played more like the home team. Like they had the home game in the first leg, that they can't give up an away goal, that they played so milquetoast, like they just wanted one away goal or nothing to be scored. Like they got their away goal, the game's a draw, they still lead the tie, tilting towards them because of the away goal. But you look at it and you're like, they could have done better. And I think they could have. They played the wrong way. I think Cruz Azul played the wrong way. I think, they're the slight favorites to win this tie going in. And I picked them to win the tie. And I will say, I expected better out of them. I did. Now, the last time they played Tigres during the regular season, 2-1 loss, but that was back in February. A long time since then. Cruz Azul can sort of give out more of their energy to this tie tonight and next week. And you would think that they would. You would think they would. But they didn't. So, Tigres, they were tough defensively, but what would you expect? I think Guido Pizarro, the way they play football, is they go back to the well of Tuca. He knows Tuca, and they play more like a Tuca Ferretti Tigres side with a lot aged up players because that's what they know. That's their belief system. That is Tigres. They play like a Tigres team, and it's tight, it's tough, it's a hard fight. And do they have the youthfulness they used to have? No. Unless it's the players that are new. But I think, and it makes sense why they want to keep him after, that they want to build a project with him, basically saying it's Tuca 2.0 with these new guys, and the old guys teach the new guys how to play Tigres football. They have their system, they have their style, and if it works, it works. And it still does. It frustrates the hell out of you. I think part of it is it's a frustrating system to play. And they frustrated Cruz Azul, and they found ways to do that. They were playing at El Volcán. But again, if you're Cruz Azul, you got to go for more. They did go to get the equalizer, but on the night still means that they still should, if they want to win outright, score 2 away goals at Universitario Pumas Stadium, because that's where Cruz Azul plays. They have to score 2. So, I guess the away goal does change the fact that if Cruz Azul scores a 1-1 draw, we go to extra time, Cruz Azul scores 2, Tigres need 3. If not, 2 means you still lose. Well, hold on. No, actually, 2... I'm counting. I'm not good at math. Yeah, that was bad. Either way, I'm not editing that out. I ain't got much time. So, 3 goals for Cruz Azul. 2, well, that's 4-3. 2-2, you win. So, basically, if you're Tigres, to win, you got to score 2 away goals or hope to hell you don't give anything up. I was never the best at math. Let it be. I'm not editing that out. But with that being said, basically score 2 away goals. I was on the right track. Score 2 away goals, you probably win the tie if you're Tigres. You don't, you probably lost. Unless it's 1-0, which I don't... Not on... No. Not with Cruz Azul being at home. I think they find a way to shut this out. But it's going to be a bit tough. It's going to be a bit tough. But I think Cruz Azul, they're playing a bit more defensively to make sure they can hold on. Tigres, they play a style of football that's very... frustrates you. So it's sort of a movable force meets the immovable object sort of thing-ish. And Cruz Azul has the slight lead. So let's see what happens when it comes to the second leg. But yeah, it was kind of boring. And there you go. With that being said, man of the match, probably Rotondi, because he scored. Yeah, we'll go with it. We'll go with it. With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you tomorrow for a live watch-along and review of Vancouver Whitecaps FC versus Inter Miami. 9:30 p.m. Central, so 9:25 Central for my stream. And then we'll review it once it's over. As always. And y'all will know if the Leafs win Game 3. Probably the first half of the Miami game. With that being said, see you tomorrow. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace.